Some people call integrative learning liberal education for the 21st century. It combines a lot of things that universities have been good at. Interdisciplinary learning. It also adds on to that what we call high-impact practices, practica, study-away programs, internships. And then we ask the students, and this is probably the key piece, to reflect upon those experiences. So they're making connections among classes, they're making connections between their classes and their personal lives, their classes and their career goals, and then they're also reflecting on it.
Integrative learning, to me, is when you major in a subject and you're an expert in a subject, but you apply that subject in other areas. You can bring in, like for example, I can bring in for weather and climate, I can bring in music, I can bring in art, and that is integrative. So we're bringing other aspects of our existence with a particular subject that we are interested in.
Along with progress in studies, we also want to see progress in personality development, progress in values and ideals, outreach from the academic programs to the community, outreach across coursework. In other words, finding all possible connections and relative meaning throughout a person's life and in the society that that person is going to serve. So it's a huge topic. It means a great deal to me. In our department, we emphasize student dispositions, which are very hard to evaluate, but which we have to see in our teachers in order to guarantee their success. In other words, our teachers have got to be people who are responsible, people who truly care, people who have an attitude of service, and people who especially are going to give their very, very best to their own learning in order to enhance their professional contributions. So integrative learning fits right in with the goals of the Department of Early Childhood, Elementary, and Middle Level Education.
One of the projects we've been involved with is infrastructural mapping in East Central Illinois, whereby we take an inventory of the buried infrastructure of the cities and provide the public works departments with maps of what they have underground, the underground utilities. And it's extremely important for each municipality to have this information available in a digital, modern form.
The Applied Securities Analysis class manages a real money portfolio for the EIU Foundation. The market value of the portfolio was about $91,000 at the end of March 2010. Students research the economy and select securities for the portfolio to buy and sell. So what we do is, at the beginning of the class, for each semester, we set up an investment policy for the portfolio. Students select a small group of stocks to research, and they propose the ones that they think are the best to the class. Then they debate on the stock proposals. Everybody can question each other, and they must defend themselves. The whole class vote on investment decisions.
Museum exhibitions is a unique medium of communication that can involve all the senses and even engage the whole body in an informal learning environment. Every year, the graduate students have readings and class discussions about the process, the history, the principles, and the changing approach to museum exhibitions. At the same time, they also partner with an area museum. This year it was with Lincoln Log Cabin State Historic Site. Next year it will be with Eastern's own Tarbell Arts Center to produce an exhibit that the museum has a desire to or a need for developing.
There's this notion that in some ways there's nothing new under the sun. The idea of integrative learning is certainly not a brand new idea. And certainly Eastern, the educational experiences we've offered our students have included the elements of integrative learning, which is one reason why I think it is being fairly well accepted at this point. But You can't just say, well, we already do all of those things. You have to be intentional and purposeful about helping to put them together for students, help the students understand how it connects. And so we do a lot of things that are consistent with integrative learning, but we need to be very intentional and very purposeful about helping the students take that next step and make the connections and do the reflecting on what it means for them.
At Eastern, we want the students to have hands-on experience. That is what the benefit is for integrative learning here at Eastern, is being able to put your hands on something and really understand what's going on with it. We're not one-track minded people. We can't do that. And whatever career we're in, it's never just a direct channel. It is a wide scope of things. And so that's important to explain to the students that, just because you're going down this path doesn't mean that you can't explore the other aspects of it. We want the students to basically seize the opportunity. Anything that comes to them that gives them an opportunity to go one step above everyone else, that is very important. That's integrative learning, is how do you apply your particular field with other aspects of society that bumps you up 1, 2, 3 steps above the rest of the students. That is probably the ultimate benefit.
I want the future to be that Eastern Illinois University is the university people look to when they are looking for this kind of experience, this kind of defining experience, where they come and they not only are going to learn about an academic field, they not only can have a vision and a dream for what they think they're going to do for their career and in life, but also can knit in all the other things that are important to them and have those opportunities, whether it be service, whether it be study abroad, whether it be honors, whether it be research. There's so many opportunities available here. When these are knit together fully all across the university, the demand for Eastern will just continue to grow. So I see a future of Eastern where people will understand there's a defining experience to be had there, and they will know that Eastern Illinois University should not only be their first choice, but it will be their best choice for their education, graduate or undergraduate.